Greetings to IIMUN, first of all to the board which is meeting, and then to the delegates attending the 3-day conference that begins with this message. I'm Shashi Tharoor, I'm the chairman of the IIMUN Board of Advisors, and I'm deeply sorry that compelling but urgent circumstances prevent me from being with you all on this very important occasion. But in wishing you a very good conference, I also want to share a few brief thoughts with you at the start of your deliberations. First of all, of course, we all know how extremely important it is for young people who are, of course, the target clients of IIMUN to be actively interested in international affairs, to participate in discussions on the subject, to enhance their own awareness of international affairs, and at the same time to have a solid grounding in India's own history, geopolitics, and global perspectives. For this reason, I find it particularly welcome that the IIMUN has decided to move from being an Indian international model UN to something much more, India's international movement to unite nations. The idea is very, very clever because it goes beyond the United Nations as an organization to international cooperation, foreign policy issues, some of India's own domestic institutions, parliamentary bodies and committees, and at the same time it preserves the larger motive of internationalism as the spirit that animates this group, this body. I was very pleased to hear, for example, that 3 twinned concepts or linked concepts have been brought into IIMUN's approach: congregate, comprehend, and change. Now, congregate, we all understand, get together, meet, talk. Comprehend, understand, study, read, participate in discussions, simulate different groups. And change is a very interesting idea, so that it's not just a talk shop. It has got to be talking with a view to bringing about practical differences on the ground. The 3 issue areas or thematic areas that IIMUN has taken up are also to be applauded. Clearly, education, starting with basic literacy but also moving upwards, is vital. Encouraging and promoting the book reading habit, for example, in a world in which more and more people are giving up books for the portable small mobile screens in their hands. Secondly, being concerned about climate change. Climate change is already affecting everybody as torrential monsoon rains lash many parts of our country, and yet other parts of our country reel under drought. We have no farther to look than the changes that are occurring in the globe's climate because of this phenomenon of climate change. On top of which we have pollution, desertification, all sorts of challenges. Planting a tree would be something any young student can do. And the final recommendation, which is of course to work to end hunger. Sadly, in today's world, a lot of young people, including a lot of children, go to bed hungry. And whatever we can do to encourage people at an impressionable age to develop a conscience, to develop concern about the well-being of their fellow human beings, and to reach out and help them to overcome hunger is something we would all applaud. So let me just say that IIMUN has got off very much to the right track on the next phase of its evolution. It has come up with a new name with the same initials. It has come up with a very detailed and well-considered approach to executing its intentions. It's got a reach amongst 10 million students a year, 7,500 institutions it's connected to. It's done conferences in 160 cities and in 22 countries globally, 160 cities in India and 22 countries globally. And I think all of this suggests that IIMUN, resting on the backs or the shoulders of a volunteer workforce of 26,000 students, is really poised to make a global impact. Once again, my apologies for not being with all of you. I think that the kind of efforts that IIMUN is making will involve citizens, young citizens, getting involved in pursuing each of these laudable goals one step at a time, and in the process changing the world for the better one step at a time. Good luck. I wish you a good meeting and great success in the onward journey. Jai Hind.